Hari Om, Bhagavad Gita, chapter 8, verse 6. Akshara Brahma Yoga, that is imperishable Brahman. We saw in detail verse 5. Again, I have to repeat verse 5, the verse alone. Very, very important verse. Andakale cha mameva smaran muktva kalevaram yaprayati samadbhavam yadinatyatra samshayam. We have seen in detail this verse. Bhagavan said, impose two conditions, terms and conditions. Andakalecha mam eva. Even at the time of death, you must think about me. Think about only me and nothing else. That is very important. So, throughout your life also, you must think about Bhagwan Krishna. Whatever work you are doing, you concentrate, you do all that, whatever you want to do. Bhagavan is not saying, don't do the work. Karma yoga is very important. Whatever duties your Swadharma duties, you must do it. But at the back of your mind, you must keep Bhagwan Krishna. Then always think about Bhagwan Krishna. Even at the time of death, you must think about Bhagwan Krishna and only Bhagwan Krishna, nothing else. These are the two important conditions. No one, if you don't fulfill one condition, then you lost the ticket. And it is a promise given by Bhagwan Krishna. It is not by somebody who gives a promise today and tomorrow says, no, 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 sir, I didn't say that. No, no, no. Once promise given is promise given. And it is not a promise given only to Arjuna. This is the promise given to all of us through Arjuna. Arjuna, we all represent Arjuna. So this promise is to all of us. Now Bhagwan Krishna in verse 6 reinforces the same thing. Yam yam vapi smaran bhavam tyajatyante kalevaram tam tamevaiti kaundeyam sada tat bhava bhavitaham. Bhagavan Krishna says, what is the underlying principle? Why Bhagavan says, at the time of death, if somebody remembers me, throughout his life, having remembered me, at the time of death also, if he remembers me, then he will reach me. He will reach my lotus feet. Why he is saying that? The underlying principle is, as you think, so you become. This is not only true in this world, but it is true in the next world also. In the present world, if you want to achieve some success in a particular field, then you must always think and dream about it. You channelize your thoughts towards that object. Make effort. 100% you will achieve it. No doubt about it. You go and interview any successful person in any field. You ask him questions. Then he will say all his thoughts were on that field only. You ask him any question from some other field, he will say, I don't know. All his thoughts, entire dream will be in that field. Bhagwan Krishna says, whatever has been said in the previous verse, he is reinforcing it. Hey Arjuna, at the time of living this physical body, whatever one is thinking, that and that alone he attains. He is why? Because he is ever absorbed in his thought. Swami Chinmayananda jocularly says, If that person thinks about his dog at the time of death, he becomes a dog. If he thinks about Bhagwan Krishna or God, he becomes God. That is what Swami Chinmayananda says. What is the reasoning behind this? Whatever thought dominates your life, that alone will come to the forefront at the time of death. The deepest impressions in your psyche, created by your own love and commitment, will only come out at the time of death. At the last moment, you lose all your faculties. Your discriminatory power will go. You will not have that. The predominating thought of your life will come to the forefront. I need not have to explain the power of thought. Every one of us, we know the power of thought. Thoughts only guide our actions. All the time we are plowing and planting the mind with our thoughts. Thoughts give invisible and invincible strength to a man. All the things we see in this world, whatever you see, whether it is electric bulb or a fridge or a car, whatever things you see in this world, or because of the thought a particular man had planted well in his mind, dreamt about it, by conscious effort, we can also train our thought to flow into a particular channel. Whatever it is, that is your wish. I can't tell you you should chant only Bhagwan Krishna. What is your wish? You follow it. Kanchi Paramacharya says, the subconscious thought is like holding rubber cork under water. Once you take your hand out, the rubber cork will automatically come out to the top of the water. Similarly, whatever is there in your subconscious mind will come out at the time of death. Hence, he says, start training your mind. Put everything, the thought of Bhagwan Krishna in your subconscious mind. So automatically at the time of death, it will come out. Paramacharya further says, the promise given by Bhagwan Krishna is a promise. This is a shortcut method to reach Bhagwan Krishna. Assuming for a moment, one has not thought about Bhagwan Krishna during his entire lifetime. Let us assume that. He will say he is a foreigner. He is enjoying his life on the worldly things. I am not saying they are not they may be devoted to other god. I am only assuming a person. Or even in India, there could be several people who are not followers of Bhagwan Krishna or any god. Atheist. Let us take, he is an atheist. But at the last minute, because of some reason, he thinks about Bhagwan Krishna. Maybe there is a photograph opposite to him. Or somebody is talking or chanting about Bhagwan Krishna's name. He happens to hear it. Then at that moment, if he dies, even though throughout his lifetime he never thought about Bhagwan Krishna, 100% he will reach Bhagwan Krishna. This is what is said by Kanchi Paramacharya. Bhagwan Krishna will not question him. Why you did not think about me during your entire lifetime? He will not question. That person is like Ajamila. And the promise given is promise given. Finish. The moment you, at the time of leaving the body, Antakale, if you think about Bhagwan Krishna, matter ends. Promise given is promise given. He will reach 100% Bhagwan Krishna. Paramacharya says, when one is about to depart, when all of them have given up hope on him, including the doctor, sir, pulse is going down, there is no hope, you can take him home and tell all your relatives, inform them anytime. So all of them have given hope, but that person has slight consciousness. Let us assume that person will be looking for someone who can help him or for some hold to come out of the trouble. This is the nature of every man. When a person is in deep trouble, he looks for some support from outside support. That is why everybody goes to God. Temples are ever full of people. They want some support from God. Even if he is an atheist, at that time, if the person is standing around him, chant the name of Bhagwan Krishna, he will immediately think about Bhagwan Krishna as a last resort because he is an atheist, but still he wants to survive. So he will think about Bhagwan Krishna. And at that moment, if he dies, then he will reach Bhagwan Krishna. Kanchi Paramacharya says, this is the greatest help one can do to the soul of somebody else. And let us assume one small this thing. Suppose there is a person who reads daily Bhagavad Gita or Bhagavatam or any other sloka. Daily he is reading it. Daily he chants Krishna Nama. Krishna, 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 Krishna. Daily. Because of his old age, he is admitted into five-star hospital. All over his body, tubes are inserted. Two tubes in his nose, one in his mouth, and throughout his body, a lot of tubes. If you go to ICU, you can see all these things. Doctor has given up the hope whether he may survive, he may not survive, because too many tubes inserted. That person has got an assistant to help him out. On that fateful day, his assistant was having aloo piyaz paratha, let us assume, with salted butter. That is a potato onion paratha, special paratha which is made. With salted butter, he is having in his room, his assistant. This person, the person who is lying on the bed in the ICU, he happened to smell the nice aroma and watch the person eating, his assistant eating it. That person immediately decides, the moment I come out, first thing I'll do in my life is have one aloo piyaz paratha with salted butter. At that moment, suppose if that person dies, he died, let us assume. Now he will be working as paratha master in Sri Krishna Vaishnava Dhaba, en route to Rishikesh. That is what his last wish. On the other hand, his assistant, who was helping him, who never read or chanted Bhagavad Gita or Bhagavatam, he was there with him just to fill his stomach. At the last moment, if he happened to chant Bhagwan Krishna's name, then he will reach the lotus feet of Bhagwan Krishna. Now, anybody who is having some logic, he will think, what is this nonsense, sir? Absolutely nonsense. Highly illogical. The person who chanted throughout his life Krishna's name, he is working as some paratha master in Vaishnava Dhaba. The assistant who never chanted the Krishna's name, but at the time of death he chanted, and he reached the lotus feet of Bhagwan Krishna. Looks like highly illogical, sir. I don't agree with this. Even though I agree Bhagavad Gita, everything is correct. But this seems to be highly illogical. I cannot accept this. Remember one thing. There is one thing called death wish. Even in this world, suppose if a householder is a scoundrel, let us assume he is a scoundrel. He never took care of his family and a rowdy kind of a person. His sons, daughters, or relatives, when that person is in deathbed, they will ask him, what is your last wish? And they will try to fulfill whatever is his wish, whatever it is. They will run around, they will try to, suppose whatever he asks, they will try to fulfill his death wish. The same scoundrel, let us assume, he becomes a murderer. He kills a person. Rarest of rare case. Supreme Court says rarest of rare case. This person, no mercy for him. He must be hanged to death. Like that one fellow who came to Bombay and shot 180 innocent people. 180 innocent people he shot. They all died. So where is the question of mercy for this idiot? So Supreme Court says rejects his mercy petition. He files a mercy petition to president, that is also rejected. No, no, you hang this fellow. He's a, he's a beast. He must be hanged to death. Then the government, before hanging him, they will ask him, what is your last wish? The government will try to fulfill his last wish within certain limitations. Whatever is the limitation, he can say, please free me from the death sentence. No, he can't say. So whatever is within the limitations of the government and whatever is his genuine wish, the government will fulfill it. When the powerless relatives, you think about this, when the powerless relatives, we are all with extremely limited power. We have some power, but that is negligible power. The government has got a much more power than all of us. So when the powerless relatives, when the government with little power can fulfill your last wish, why can't Bhagwan Krishna, who is all powerful, whose power has no limitations, who is the creator, sustainer, and destroyer of this universe, under whose command the nature is fearfully working, they all were following a particular path, under whose command, who is watching it? Bhagwan Krishna. Why can't he grant your last wish? So whatever is your last wish, that is granted by Bhagwan Krishna. That is why Bhagwan Krishna says, whatever one desires at the time of living this physical body, I grant him that wish. Accumulated punya, daily chanting Krishna's name, you will get all the punya for which whatever you will be born in a good family, maybe you will have good physical body. You may continue your journey, start your journey in the early life also. That is all because of the punya. But your last wish, 100% it will be granted by Bhagwan Krishna. That is what Bhagwan Krishna is saying. So, we all have to be careful. Think about this and decide what you want to become. That is very, very important. Again, verse 6.
Yam yam vapi smaran bhavam tyajatyante kalevaram tam tamevaiti kaundeya sada tat bhava bhavitaham.
Next verse we will see tomorrow. Harihom Sarvam Krishnarpnamastu.
Narayana 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 Narayana